All right, we are live. Welcome, everybody, to another edition of our Sunday Watch Parties. I am Sharon. I am joined today by our friendly neighborhood Miss Swift. Welcome, Miss Swift.
Woohoo!
All right, so that little feature that I presented today, that movie is officially 106 years old, from the silent era age. What I found really interesting about that movie is it's considered Buster Keaton's first major independent release. He did a lot of work with Fatty Arbuckle way back in the day. And I had mentioned in the chat what I really love about this movie is it is originally presented as a silent film, no soundtrack whatsoever. So in my search for a proper form to present today, I had to do the silent film and find the original 18.5-minute one and add my own soundtrack, which was a lot of fun. You know, the last thing I want is for YouTube to come down on me. So all of it is in the public domain in the original format. I love it. That's so much fun. And as a side note, if you noticed, Buster Keaton's really big shoes, like clown shoes throughout, that was an artistic choice. Those shoes were given to him by his father, who was a star of vaudeville. And his father gave him those shoes, and Buster Keaton wore them with pride. So there you go. And a lot of those stunts that you saw were ones that he had brought into his other movies. The side of the house coming down on him, we have seen that many times after this movie. This one, he didn't get injured. He got injured on a couple of the other stunts in 1 week. but the most famous one we're used to seeing is where he actually, I think, it nicked his shoulder, and was a little injured. He got pretty injured when he filmed this movie one week. But there you go. That's one of my little gems to present to you guys this week.
And then we got Jackie Chan.
Yes, yes. So our feature presentation today is The Burbs, a Joe Dante film from 1989. All-star cast. We're going to love this one if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, this is going to be a great rewatch. And so I guess without further ado, we should all be synced up pretty much at the beginning when you first start seeing the stars before the Universal logo, because we're just kind of jumping right into this movie. I'm about 2 seconds in, so as long as we're all in the beginning, we're going to be right on target. All right, Miss Swift, if you guys are all synced up, let's give this a whirl, and you can count us down.
Whoop. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rickety
Press
rocket blast
play.
off.
Blast off. All right. Oh, yes, Matt is saying an actor's goal is to bring the house down. Bum.
Bum, bum.
That's exactly what Buster Keaton does in many of his movies. I think the most famous one, the scene that we're so used to seeing with the house falling down and he's standing right in the middle, that occurs about 8 years after this one. Steamboat Bill Jr. from 1928. That's the one I think we're used to seeing. All righty, let's dive right into the feature presentation of The Burbs. Let me do a shout out to everyone joining us here today. In YouTube, hey, Miss Swift is over there. GH Zoner. Eric is there. Johnny Devick. Matt is there. Calbot. All of the usual suspects. Let's see. Sith Sister, we're going to miss you this week. You're going to be here with us in spirit. Hey, Chaos Fear is over in Discord. Mr. Furzel. Or am I thinking of last week's? Mr. Furzel, nope, you're here. Alex Peacock will be joining Calbot. I think I got everybody. If I missed anybody, just raise your hand and shout really loud. Oh, and we have Mr. Corey Feldman, a young Corey Feldman.
He was always young. We got Courtney Gaines, Malachi.
Yep. And of course,
Ronald
Dick Miller
Picardo.
has a couple scene cameo later on.
Because it's a Joe Dante movie. It wouldn't be a Joe Dante movie without Dick Miller.
That's right. That's right. Yes, Alex Peacock, we are, just a little over 2 minutes in. Yes, Matt, very, very interesting fact. Matt is saying it was filmed on the Universal Studios lot, same street as Leave It to Beaver and the Munsters, and from some of the later shows, Desperate Housewives. But of course, by then they've changed the exterior.
That guy.
Yeah, this is a standard back lot of Universal Studios.
Very dramatic music.
Very dramatic.
Like, you're going to turn around, there's the Phantom of the Opera, you got to pull the mask off.
Yep. So as anybody who has lived in the Burbs, no, this is a standard suburb. All the houses are pretty much the same. Everyone's got a nice little yard in front. Everyone's got a nice little yard in back. It's supposed to be a slice of Americana. Everyone's supposed to have a nice home. And of course, Joe Dante is throwing a Munsters house in the mix.
Yep. Monsters
Um,
House, Monster House, same difference. More.
yes, Monster House, not from the animated movie Monster House.
House.
Yep. Oh, yep. Over in Discord, Calbot put a GIF of that is the most famous house falling down scene. That is the one I believe he did get injured, but it didn't show up on scene, but it did nick him a little bit.
The
All
doggies.
right. Um, you would consider this an all-star cast. Um, are we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're obviously Tom Hanks. This he lives in the 80s and 90s in everything. Um,
Newspaper delivery was never like that for me. Yep. Oh,
um,
the
what was
dog left a little delivery of its own.
and this is what living in the suburbs we all hate. Some dog pooping on your lawn and not cleaning it up.
And also for facts, it's not fertilizer because of what they eat. It's just as bad for the lawn as human waste is.
Yes. What you need is some cow dung, some cow pies.
Paperboy wants his $2. Yes, Mad. $2.
Oh yes. See, yeah, Better Off Dead is on my list. I will have to look and see if we're going to include it by the end of the year, but it's on my list. Um, oh yeah, Mr. Furzel is mentioning this is me most evenings when I have to go out in the middle of the night to make sure the garbage is out. Yes. So we
Got
have
a little.
Bruce Dern and Wendy Shale as the Rumsfelds.
We got a little Kiss playing in the background there, I believe. War Machine.
And this is kind of an odd bod couple. Oh, don't step
No,
there.
look.
Yikes.
Reminds me of my next door neighbor.
Oh, not in your lawn, I hope.
Oh, it's mostly sidewalks, and but I was thinking more of the flag guy.
Oh, the flag guy.
But yes, we have people with dogs in this area, and only some of them seem to be diligent about what you should do.
Yeah, even though there's every city has ordinances,
Yep.
a lot of people are not that considerate. Um, oh, Mr. Furzel, you know it. I love people generous enough to choose up music everyone in the neighborhood has to listen to. And the same driving down the street, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a delivery or so. There's definitely someone who drives down this street with something blaring, like.
Yeah, it's so considerate of them. Oh, yes. GH is mentioning Bruce Dern. Yep. Matt is saying, I always remember Bruce Dern from Silent Running. Bruce Dern is still alive. He's still acting at age 90.
Yeah, Bruce
Yep.
Dunn, the inimitable. Also, it's in the Great Gatsby. Not the Leonardo DiCaprio one, but the one they did in like the 70s.
Yeah. Bruce Dern has a very extensive filmography.
Good.
Um, yeah. Yep, and that is Carrie Fisher in one of her non-Star Wars roles.
Now, we're gonna check, but did she also not write this? Because that's the other thing. Not only not in Star Wars, but even if she wasn't in it, there's a chance she done a lot of script doctoring.
Yeah.
So even if she wasn't in
Yeah.
front of the camera, she had a big influence behind the camera on scripts.
Yeah, wasn't she known as a script doctor?
Yep,
Even though she wasn't credited in a lot of the work, she would
right.
tighten up scripts.
Yep.
Ah, interesting, Alex. Bruce Dern, An Interesting Life, and none of it on drugs or alcohol.
Interesting.
That is surprising.
And speaking of a Star Wars tie-in, Bruce Dern, father of Laura Dern, I believe,
Oh, and she showed up
up
in,
in The Last Jedi.
yes.
Holdo.
Okay,
And
so the dog, the white dog in the beginning, the dog's name is actually Darla. Um, their dog here, I don't see has a credit, so who knows what this dog's real name is. Um, okay, someone help me out.
Rick
This
Dukeman.
is Art. What is this guy? How do you pronounce
Rick
his name?
Rick Dukeman.
Dukamon.
Yep. Let's see. Definitely, we saw him in um. Oh my God. Groundhog Day. I'm trying to think if we saw him in another movie before that in the watch party. Is Last Action Hero. So he was in both The Last Action Hero. He was the agent.
Was he?
Yeah, he played Tom Tom Noonan's agent, I think. And then in
Well,
Groundhog Day, he was one of the like random guys who were just like, "Hey, fella, just drop that anywhere."
yeah, his filmography, I don't recognize him from those other roles, even though he has a pretty recognizable face. I
Yep,
think he just blends in too much. And this is really the only movie that I would recognize him in.
yep. And
Um,
also, of course, stand-up comedian as well.
oh, well, this is a pretty comedic role for him, so I'm not
Yep.
surprised. Yeah, GH. Okay, so Calbot mentioned yes, Bruce
He
Dern is the father of Laura Dern, and GH is noting she'll always be Dr. Ellie Sadler to me. So, segue from Jurassic Park. Yeah, she's very well known for her role in the Jurassic Park movies. So, with Sam Neill passing, I don't know if you guys all caught the news that his last official role, his posthumous role, will be in the new Zelda live action movie.
Oh, I didn't know
Um,
that.
I just heard about that. I didn't even know he was going to be in it. So that is kind
Yep.
of exciting. I hope. Yeah, I hope it's a good movie.
Also, Rick Dukeman was in Die Hard. He was the guy. He was basically the utility worker who was like, "I can just cut the power from right here."
Oh, no, he was.
Yep.
Okay, so he has a very generic look.
Yep.
Okay, and that kid, I think we should know that kid, right?
Let's see. Perhaps. You never know.
I know Eric is saying, I really, really hope Zelda's going to be a good movie because my daughter and me are huge Zelda fans. We're going to go see it in the theater and we just pray it's good.
It's like I still haven't watched the Mario one, so
Oh,
we'll see.
yeah, me neither. Oh, yeah, Johnny Devick says no Event Horizon 2. Um,
Good.
so, yeah, GH asking if he's going to be Ganondorf. Eric is saying, I heard he will play the King of Hyrule. Your guess is as good as mine. Um, okay, no way. Matt is posting over in Discord Darla, the dog, the same dog in Silence of the Lambs. Oh, that is way cool. That dog's got a pretty nice filmography. Um, so the one thing that in Joe, this has definitely got a Joe Dante vibe. But I am just not buying the whole, 17, 18-year-old Corey Feldman left home alone. Um,
I don't know. If you had Corey Feldman at home, wouldn't you leave?
what kind of stupid parents are they? Hey, that's a great idea. Um, but it does move the plot point along. Um, and I think we already seen the breakfast scene with the Gremlins cereal?
Oh, we might have just missed it.
I think we might have just missed it, but you'd see the Gremlin cereal. So it is a very Joe Dante movie. So of course, bring Corey Feldman, give him a nice role to kind of balance out the neighborhood.
Look at this house. I don't know. Is that HOA approved? Hmm?
The HOA should be all over it.
Yes.
Um, the HOA I used to live in would be all over
So bad.
people leaving cars not parked on the street, your trash can out when it's not supposed to be. Um,
Malachi, Courtney Gaines.
I would love to live next door to the Rumsfields. That would be so cool.
Everyone is like, da da da.
And everyone's got to have a creepy neighbor, or
Howdy, neighbor.
yep, or that spooky house that y'all make stories that kids make those fantastical stories on.
Nah, I'm good. You can say hi. I'll stay here.
Um, most definitely. So Matt is picturing uh, Corey Feldman from '84's Gremlins to '89 The Burbs, which is 6 years, but
Yep.
yeah, he's like almost a full fledged adult now.
Like the
Well,
kid in Tremors. 80s latchkey kids.
yep.
I was an 80s latchkey kid.
So was I. That was when it first, I think, started to become like normalized. I think in the '80s, because
Or at the very least when people actually started making a big deal about caring about it.
yeah.
Calbot. I've come to terms with the fact that I am the creepy neighbor. I wish I think I could say the same.
Every neighborhood's got to have one. So if you don't know who they are, it's probably you. But I think I'd rather be the creepy neighbor, the one that people just kind of keep their distance of. I don't mind. Mr. Furzel is asking, I actually am on friendly terms with my next door neighbors. Is that an old fashioned thing? No, that's an ideal. Um, I have great neighbors on one side, and the other neighbors let their dogs run wild and attack my dog. So
I
I've
live in
got,
a multi-family house. There's lots of churn. So like maybe I
yeah,
could be if they were here for more than 9 months.
there you go. When did Tom Hanks win his first Oscar? Was it in the 80s or 90s?
When did I'm tempted to say 90s, like probably around the era of Philadelphia. Was that 90s or was that 89?
Okay, yeah, and Mr. Furzel is asking Philadelphia. I think that was his first Oscar. So yeah, there seems to be some kind of consensus. Alex Peacock is also saying '90s for Philadelphia. That was his first one, and then yeah, Matt, is it just before this movie for Big? Did he win for Big?
I don't think he won for Big.
I
Probably
might
never got
have to do a quick search. I want to say he's won 4 Oscars
bees,
or
not the
two.
bees, not the bees.
So I love. Okay, so the theme. One of the themes of this movie that I love is the fact that every neighborhood does have a creepy neighbor. But who's more creepy at this point in the movie? Is it the actual creepy house, or is it the creepy neighbors who are trespassing, are suspicious? Because at this
Exactly.
point in the movie, we don't know. Um,
It's like, are they founded, or is it just they're just messing around because their neighbors are different?
exactly. Oh, okay. Thank you, Alex Peacock. Hanks Has Two was back to back. Philadelphia and Forrest Gump. That's right. But he was
Yep.
nominated several other times. Um, okay, his first nomination was for Big. He did not win.
Yep.
And I think by the time that he won two Oscars, even though he was nominated for a couple times after, I think the Academy was like, now I think he has enough. Yeah. Yeah, GH. He's America's dad now anyway, so it does not matter if he wins anymore.
Probably true.
Yeah. Oh, Matt, did the Burbs lead to King of the Hill? Good
I wouldn't
question.
be surprised.
Yeah, this dog, what's their dog's name? Does not even have like a credit. Okay, Art's wife is away. Did we get that set up as to why she was away?
Hmm. It's been like I said, it's hard to. I don't know if we actually got it, but also it's been years since I've seen this. I think when it first came out
Um,
on cable.
got it. So I know Corey Feldman's character Ricky. It was explained that his parents are gone for the week. Okay, so Tom Hanks's character, I don't know if we even know what he does for a living, but he's on vacation.
A reference to the
Um,
movie The Sentinel.
who was in the Sentinel?
No, they just referenced the movie The Sentinel there.
Oh,
And speaking of Chris Sarandon, because I saw someone put that in the chat, Mr. Furzel put Chris Sarandon in the chat. The Sentinel also had Chris Sarandon in a small role, in a pivotal role. But he was just Corey Feldman's character was mentioning the Sentinel and how
mm,
that creepy person in the window was like, it was like that movie that sits on a gateway to hell. And I was like,
yes.
ooh, now that's a deep cut.
The Sentinel was actually from 1977. I
Yep.
had not heard of it or watched it. Has anybody
Oh,
heard of that? Or seen it?
yep. I know. I've watched it. Watched it recently. Even
Hmm.
it's an interesting movie. Like I think, uh, how to do it with like out going like giving away too many spoilers. It's just like it's a if you're into like a horror movie, it's like a little bit of like a weird vibe. Yeah, it's kind of new. But it's about
Yep.
and it's about when we find an apartment that's too good to be true sort of deal.
Starring Chris Sarandon, Christina Rains, Ava Gardner, Burgess Meredith,
Yep.
John Carradine.
Beverly
Very interesting.
D'Angelo has a small part in it. Yeah.
Um, well, Mr. Furzel is segueing into here's another film we should add to the list, Colossus the Forbidden Project.
Oh, that's the one about the computer, like the big supercomputer.
The Forbidden Project, not Forbidden.
It's the
It's a
Forbidden
supercomputer dubbed
Dance.
Colossus. Interesting.
Ooh, and now here we've got like a little bit of lore about Skip's family murdered with an ice pick. And I was like, I'm wondering if that's like a sort of To Kill a Mockingbird type thing. You're like, oh, Boo Radley and his dad or whatever.
There we go.
It's like Hey, adults are just as capable about making up scary stories about the houses and the neighbors as the kids, apparently.
Yeah, these they are acting very creepy and very suspicious at night, hanging around the house. Um, but that's when you live in a suburb. People are nosy because you can be nosy because you're living pretty close to one another,
Right up
not
there.
on top of one another. Um,
I just come from a long line of little old ladies sitting in the window, so like, oh, oh, what's going on
yeah,
up there? What's
or
going up there, young kids?
yeah, and sitting on your porch where you can actually see people driving by.
Yep.
Okay. What is? Why should I know that movie? Here's another film we should add to this list. Mr. Furzel. Okay, that, and then Matt is. Matt responded, "Okay, why do I know that movie?
Oh, it's
Is that a Spider-Man or Deadpool?"
okay. So what is that? Yes, that is Deadpool. But
That
I
is
thought
Deadpool. That is the beginning of the second Deadpool movie or the first.
I think that's the first. We've
Okay.
got Ice Cream Man from Cowbot.
Oh yeah, that's not creepy.
Oh, Wendy Shaw playing another housewife in suburban housewife in Joe Dante's Small Soldiers. So, yeah, see, people have a couple actors they like to work with. Thank you for that information, Mad Matt. And let's see. Mad Matt was like this was originally meant to be a parody of Window because well, you gotta it's like I guess rather
It
a
could be,
parody
yeah.
than like I can see how that it evolved from that. And old Johnny Devick visited the Universal backlot and sat on the Forrest Gump bench. Oh, nice. But yeah, if it was at Suburbia, there's been like a couple movies where it's like it's Rear Window just with different trappings.
Yeah. And you take off that same trope, you can do a whole bunch of different type movies around that.
And
Um
when was Dial M for Murder? Because that's functionally a
oh,
phone equivalent of like the Rear Window deal.
52.
Okay.
I think dial 54. I was off by 2 years. Dial M for Murder.
Are they watching Jeopardy with a pad and pencil?
They
Jade Stoner.
were.
I'm feeling
And
personally
this
attacked by that comment.
I am surprised they don't have a VHS player and like recording it. Um, yeah, that's an
Yeah.
interesting movie, Small Soldiers. Um, I actually rented that one day, long time ago, and it's actually a very adequately good movie. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's not the worst.
And let's see. Oh, Johnny Depp said Alias had one where there was a fake American burb in Russia as a training camp for spies, if you remember correctly. Like I'm not sure if I've actually seen the series Alias, but I remember talking to someone recently about what is it? Not the professionals or the Americans, the one where it was John Travolta and I think Ari Gross playing people who wound up in this town that was just a Russian experiment, and they were teaching them how to be American because we were talking about John Travolta's how many comebacks he had.
Yeah, what movie was that? Do you remember?
Like I said, it was like the professionals or like the Americans or something like that. Well, no, the Americans is the TV show that was loosely based around something like that.
Right. Okay, John Travolta. Does anybody? I don't recognize that movie offhand.
Oh, no.
Um, oh, Mr. Frizzle said her they were
The
working on a
Experts.
sequel to
It's
Small
called
Soldiers.
it's called The Experts.
The Experts.
1989, same year as this.
Oh, never heard of it.
Yeah, like I said, that was one of his
Huh.
comebacks.
He's had quite a few.
Yeah, I know at least around the time of the of Pulp Fiction, he would talk about, oh yeah, this is like my eighth comeback. So I'm like, whatever.
Um, they certainly made Courtney's character Hans Klopek creepy with the beard, with the facial hair. He actually looked like a werewolf.
Yep. What is it? The Simpsons
And here
had the
we go.
thing about Cletus the slack-jawed yokel.
What? So who's acting more sus? Right? It's the regular neighbors, and we all know it's going to backfire on them. Although, well, who has not seen this movie? And if you haven't seen it, if you're anxiously awaiting the ending, we'll be sure to kind of avoid um, any spoilers, any major spoilers. Okay, so Miss Swift, there's Cletus the slack-jawed yokel. Is
Yep,
he looks like a Simpsons character?
yep, that's from The Simpsons. He even
Okay.
had like a little song. Some folks will never lose a toe, and some
Oh
folks will.
man.
No one likes Cletus the slack-jawed yokel.
Is he from some of the later seasons? Because I have, they've probably got like 40 seasons so far, and I've just kind of trailed off watching, but I used to be a
No, he
regular
was
watcher.
like first 10 to 15 seasons.
Was he?
Yeah,
I'm going to have to go back and refresh my memory.
and that's an odd phrase to say. The first 10 to 15 seasons. So,
Interesting. Oh God, so that takes us back to early 80s.
yep.
Um, I remember the very first appearance of The Simpsons
On the
randomly showed up in the Tracy Ullman show.
I remember the Tracy Ullman shorts.
Yep, and just random thinking it wouldn't go anywhere. And the Tracy Ullman show lasted maybe 2 seasons, 1 or 2 seasons. And then The Simpsons just took off from there.
Let's see. Tom Hanks. Okay, Tom Hanks should star in a thriller horror as a bad guy and just go full
Oh,
spine tingling creepy. Yeah, it'd be his own version of Pacific Heights.
ooh.
Robin Williams could
Um,
pull it off. Yeah.
that's interesting that you should say that, Alex Peacock, about Tom Hanks starring as a bad guy. Would anybody buy him as a bad guy?
Road to Perdition wasn't bad,
Um,
but he was
yeah,
still a daddy.
he was kind of a likable bad guy though, because a lot of oh, okay, here we go. Dick Miller
And
and
Robert
Robert
Picardo.
Picardo.
And yes, G.H. Zoner. I did say Boo Radley. Because definitely when a guy was talking about the story of Skip, the next door neighbor, randomly stabbing someone or killing his family or whatever, I'm like, it definitely reminded me of the Boo Radley legend from To Kill a Mockingbird. And I have to be careful to say it correctly because I always used to think it was Tequila Mockingbird.
Oh, as in tequila.
Yes.
Tequila.
Da 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 da.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Mr. Furzel is showed a picture of the banjo kid from
Deliverance.
Deliverance. Yep. Hey, Matt. Matt knows that guy, Dick Miller. That is so cool. You got a picture
You
of.
know, he's got a picture with Robert Picardo. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is the
Yeah,
nature
that's
of your
Ricardo, not Dick
medical?
Miller.
What's the nature of your medical emergency? Also, I
Yeah,
believe
that's where I know him most from.
I know we did Gremlins 2 at least with Creator VC.
Hmm.
And he was in that. I'm trying to think, did we see him in something else more recently? I think something within the last few months.
Yes, he looks like, yeah, I think we did. Can
Was it the
anybody remember seeing Picardo in something we've seen lately? I wouldn't be surprised. Um, yeah, Matt is saying the Tracy Ullman show was first year that Fox debuted. Oh
Yep.
yeah, Married with Children I think was the first year. Um, Several other shows, but those were the most memorable ones. So legally, yes, the neighbors can go through your trash.
Yep.
However, jumping into a trash truck is not a good
Not
idea.
to the deal.
That I
That
think
is not legal, I believe.
that is against the law because then you're crossing onto private property. But you can go through your neighbor's trash can.
Yep. If it's put out on the curb, uh it can't be on their property, but like if it's put out at the curb, it's then assumed that it's been abandoned and then you can
Hmm.
usually go through it. Not that we're advocating doing that because, well, I've smelled some of the stuff in my neighbor's trash. I'm like, oh, like, do you eat fish every damn week?
But so that's a great way of being known as the creepy person in the neighborhood if they see you going through their trash. You will be ostracized. Oh, oh, okay, here we go. We can segue into other Joe Dante's movies. Matt posted a picture. Wendy Shale and Henry Gibson also appeared in Joe Dante's Inner Space, which also stars
Also,
Robert
Robert
Picardo.
Picardo as the cowboy,
Okay, did we do Inner Space or did Creator VC? They
and
must have
also
done.
Alex P. Carr. Yes, I remember that Martin Short episode of Law and Order SVU. That was kind of creepy.
Okay, and I've been trying to rack my brain. Yeah, Martin Short playing a bad guy on SVU. I seem to recall it was, I think it was 5 to 10 years ago, right? It wasn't within the last couple years, I don't think.
It might be 10 years ago at this point. It was a while ago. Like, cause
Yeah.
I really like SVU is like my least favorite one. Well, I don't know. Trial by Jury was kind of, but I really SVU bugs the
Yeah.
hell out of me.
Um, okay. Season 6, episode 18. So we're talking over 20 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, Alex, it was early-ish in the series back in like 2006. Because they're on, I think they're going to be starting season 28 for SVU. For the regular Law and Order, I think they're starting season 26 here soon.
Yeah.
Um,
He was playing a psychic, and that's all I'll say about the episode in case you actually want to go watch it.
yeah, Johnny Devick, same here. I've actually seen every single episode of SVU. I have to catch up on the regular Law and Order. A couple seasons behind.
Oh no, there's the neighbor's hairpiece.
Yep. Yeah, GH, that my point exactly. So the whole cul-de-sac is snooping in a house now. Absolutely. They take it upon themselves to but is it snooping if you're concerned that
And
something
now
has happened to your neighbor?
and now there's the other neighbor. They've never heard of a wellness check?
maybe it's just living in a cul-de-sac, you feel emboldened to actually go into someone's house, especially if you've been there before and you're all, this tight little community. You would feel that you could just walk into their house. But if you really feel like they're in danger, that you would do a wellness check and you call 911.
And Alex
Um,
Picard, yeah, Jeff Goldblum on Criminal Intent. He was my second favorite after the original, after Bobby.
oh, that's right. Criminal Intent was many years
I
ago.
I never liked Logan on that. I'm like, ugh, hell to pay.
Yeah, and I think that's the key to their neighbor is that famous toupee, which will make an appearance later on. Oh man, I've had 2 wellness checks called on me so far. Well, it's not necessarily a bad idea. Um,
We've had one.
if you're concerned about someone,
Yep.
I almost did it on a couple people, and of course, when I was an officer, we would handle those on a regular basis.
And honestly, there was a neighbor down the street that I was just wondering about. I mean, I wonder if someone actually had already did it because I walked by their place and there was like a cop car out front, and I look over and there's a cop standing on their porch, and I was like, I actually haven't seen that guy in quite a bit. So he
Mm-hmm.
always says hi to me like when I walk by the porch, and I was like, maybe someone else was like, it's been a while since I saw that guy, and he is
Yeah,
older gentleman.
yeah, and it totally makes sense. If you live by yourself, um, and people are just kind of looking out for you.
Let's see, we are behind here. Okay, so they're snooping in multiple the whole cul-de-sac is snooping in multiple houses. GH Zoner.
Pretty much. So Tom Hanks's character Ray, had it not been for his friend Art, here they seem to be bosom buddies. But yeah, who
Folie
was
à
it?
deux. The folly of two. Folie à deux. They're feeding off each other, all three of them.
Yep. Okay, someone posted yep, Matt posted a picture of the show Bosom Buddies where Tom Hanks got his start with Peter Scolari. Um, that's where I was first introduced to Tom Hanks. And so in this movie, they are kind of like bosom buddies as well, but Art seems to be the instigator. It is. Alex is saying it's all Art's fault. Yes. Um, there is, yes, Matt is also saying satanic panic. So there is that sense of exactly what was going on in the 80s. Everything had this satanic, cultish, demonic undertow to it, which was, as far from reality as you can get. But this whole big satanic scare, it was just hysterical. But yeah, I would blame it all on Art if he had just mind his own business. But with his wife being away for the week, he probably didn't have anything else to do. Like, no job, nothing. No one here is going to work. But look how he's just watching this disturbing content and he's totally fine.
Oh,
Um,
that's Chainsaw too. Oh,
yeah, so we had a scene from The Exorcist. Um,
I don't know if that was that. The Devil's Reign was the one he just watched before the Chainsaw.
so I'm trying to recall what movie that was. I think the name of the movie I would recognize from a Cassandra Peters persona, Elvira. I used to watch Elvira all the time. That would be a movie that she would have on her channel.
Yep.
Yeah, The Exorcist, Chainsaw 2. What was the first one? Just like for a second, I did not recognize the movie and I wanted to do a deep dive.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I was looking at that mask. Like I said, it reminded me of like the Devil's Rain, but I wasn't sure.
Could be. But yeah, Ray had the exact expression that I had when I was a kid. Totally loved all of those slasher, gory movies. I just ate them all up. Loved it. And I turned out completely normal. Ah, dry ice effect. Is
Ooh.
anybody watching um, a collector's edition or like a special edition of this? Because I've heard um, there are different versions that have an extended dream sequence and some alternative endings, which I've never seen. Ah, thank you,
Oh,
Matt. The
I think
Race with the Devil, 1975.
yeah. So it was either Race with the Devil or the Devil's Rain. I think Race with the Devil is the one. Uh, that's the one with the RV. But yes, according to the interwebs, the Devil's Rain was is one of the things mentioned. So I'm thinking the actual sacrifice might have been the Devil's Rain. But this is one heck of a dream sequence.
Yeah, his friend Art has is having a very bad influence on him. He's
Yes.
supposed to be on vacation. And he's caught up in all this satanic panic brought on by Art. The Rumsfeld are, they're not helping either.
Mr. Rogers, we need you now.
That's
Okay,
Mr.
sorry.
Rogers. Who else grew up on Mr. Rogers but me? Sesame Street Electric Company, Mr. Rogers,
Easy reader.
Easy. Oh,
Uh.
it's classic. I loved Electric Company over Sesame Street any day of the week.
Anybody remember Zoom?
I remember the
Zooma,
original
Zooma,
Zoom.
Zoom.
Yep, the original Zoom, not the other like remakes, iterations. Thank you, Calbot. I totally forgot. We segue right into the Mr. Rogers movie when Tom Hanks portrayed Mr. Rogers.
Woohoo. Nice. So let's see what do we have here. Mad Matt says in Walter's house there was a picture of Gail Gordon and Lucy Ball.
Oh, missed that.
Oh, and I missed the conviction spinoff of Law and Order. Alex Peacock.
Um, there have been so many spin-offs. Not all of them have lasted, I think, more than 2 seasons, 1 or 2 seasons.
Well, I
Except
mean, like
SVU, that's the only one that the
no,
spin-off
Criminal
that
Intent was like six or 7 seasons.
was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably the longest spin-off.
Well, no, SVU is probably the longest spinoff. I
Besides
mean,
SVU.
true, true, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love this scene. Can Ray come out and play?
And that was
It's so sad.
and a little bit of a dad joke from Mad Matt here. I always get my wigs for free because I refuse to pay. But bum. It's a good one.
So the neighbor that is missing, the one with the toupee,
Walter.
he's kind of like on this the side of the whole narrative here with the Klopex.
It's all Lord's fault.
Oh yeah, now they're acting like children. It's kind of endearing in this part of the movie.
Carrie Fisher being the calm one, very different from One Red Shoe. Is it One Red Shoe or is it the man with one red shoe? Because I kind of remember that one. That was another
Um,
Daryl. Daryl Hannah was in that one too, right? Like just like Splash. That was
okay, yes, there was that reference to the man with one red shoe. Tom Hanks, Daryl Hannah. Um, Jim Belushi, Dabney Coleman, Carrie Fisher, Charles Durning, all star cast. Ah, Mr. Furzel. If these neighbors lived there, I would be all about getting to know them. Ah, the Adams family. Oh, you know it. I would love to have them as neighbors.
So
Um, Ba-na-na-na. Um,
it's like I appreciate the Adams family in a way now that I didn't as a kid because I became a goth and I was like, okay, couple goals.
yeah. And they're really, that's just the best neighbors. A bit eccentric, but not scary.
You didn't really want
Um,
to, and they had their own built-in defenses. You didn't want to wander on their property. You're just like man-eating plants and all sorts of stuff that would
yeah, but they didn't hurt anybody.
body.
I mean,
It was like
ultimately,
you don't mess with them, they
right.
don't mess with you.
Exactly. Um, interesting. Okay, this is a little fun fact tidbit in the back of my head with that picture of the
Yeah.
Adams family. Ted Cassidy, who played Lurch. Fun fact about him. I don't know if we've ever discussed it. So, the Incredible Hulk TV show from the 70s, early 80s, he was the one that narrated the beginning, where it started in David Banner, scientist, he's the one that set it up in the beginning of that show with his very deep guttural voice. Yeah, it's his voice.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, fun fact. And the only reason it like popped up in my feed is the Incredible Hulk original Bill Bixby TV show is now streaming on Amazon.
It's Walter. No, wow! Extreme close up. It's a FEMA.
It's a FEMA. Yeah, not
You
creepy at all.
rang.
In a suburb, the dog digging up a femur bone.
And then, of course, other point at which you call the cops. You're like, hey, I don't know what this is. Maybe we're on the burger. Like, you don't make an assumption. You're just like, hey, this looks like a human femur. Can we have someone come and take a look at this?
And it looks clean off all the flesh and all the organic
Yeah,
materials off the bone. It obviously has been there a while, even though they're kind of assuming it's their neighbor who has gone missing.
right. Because they're already like amped up. But I'm like, hey, there's this a
Yeah.
couple times. You're like, hey, wellness check, or hey, we now we just found a femur. Like Nick and someone could go, oh, it's plastic. Oh, go screw
Exactly.
yourself. You know, it was just like,
Yeah. But just as a side note, if you do find a femur bone in your yard, you should probably
don't
call the
call the
police.
cops.
I'm just saying.
Like, because either there's some sort of zoning thing that happened and we should make sure everyone's remains are collected, or there's some sort of Dahmer situation that happened, in which case I don't want to deal with that personally.
That's true. Maybe what they did was they just moved the headstones of a cemetery
Exactly.
and they just moved the headstones, but they didn't move the bodies.
Buddies.
And now we've got another poltergeist situation going on.
Next thing you know, some guy in a big black hat shows up talking about how God is in his holy temple.
And you're all gonna die.
Die!
Yep.
You're like, nope,
Um, yeah, Matt, would you call FEMA if you found a
family
FEMA?
little FEMA. I was trying to make not to make a FEMA joke, but you beat me to it. You went for it.
Oh, funny.
It's a. Why would you call FEMA for a FEMA? Huh? Why would you call a FEMA about a FEMA? I don't get it. You making fun of my accent? It's like
Um,
they have an attack porch.
yeah, and I do have an issue with. So they're all trying to do the right thing to go over and greet the neighbors, but they're just gonna barge in. I mean, does anybody do that? Just barge into someone's house without being invited? I mean, vampires have to be invited into your house.
It's like, yeah, I did notice that too, G.H. Stoner, that they left the garbage there in the street.
Oh,
And of course, why not confront the homeowner during the night alone? And also, what state are they in? Because that's the good way to wind up on the business end of a bullet.
um, yeah,
Like, supposed to be
no
any
doubt.
town. Any town.
Yeah,
But then again,
where
the
are
person,
they supposed to be?
though, the person most likely to be strapped is Bruce Dern there.
Yeah. If he's not, then he's doing it wrong. Then he's doing his character all wrong because he's the one that you would expect. Um, ah, Uncle Reuben. So we have this is Reuben.
And Alex Peacock, Peacock. What was it? Sorry. Oh, Johnny Depp. That kid has as much hair on his face as the police officer in Ninja 3 had on his back. Disturbing. You're right. Oh my god, his back was so hairy.
Yeah,
Oh,
that is just creepy.
it's
Um,
like, what was it?
but
We did a watch party for that with Creator VC, right? God, we
did
should.
we?
Oh yeah, I could go for a Reuben too, cowboy.
Oh,
Mm,
yeah, and they're really trying to go for. You're trying to suss these neighbors as being creepy, so you're
yep.
making them look creepy. The facial hair make them look like a werewolf. The back hair, the accent, um, everything. It's just a big trope. They're the bad guys. The good guys are the ones that are investigating their missing neighbor. But yeah, yeah, I don't
If you
know.
if you place a welcome mat outside your door, can vampires enter? Said Mad Matt. I don't know. Good questions.
Oh
Probably
yeah,
not.
would that be considered a universal invite for everybody coming in your home? No. I think the actual lore on vampires is the actual homeowner has to invite you, and the vampire has to feel that the owner has welcomed them into the home. Mm, yeah, just in case, you ever talk to a vampire.
And of course, as we all know, there are no vampires in Africa because since 1982 or so, when Toto started having God bless the rains in Africa,
But I was waiting to see where you went with that. I'm like, no vampires in Africa? That's a good one.
at least not if going through my World of Darkness roots, at least not if they have that thing where they have a repulsion to holy water and stuff.
Um, Matt is saying, okay, the Zoom in suggests Iowa, but they have Illinois license plates.
It's like, ooh,
Yeah.
sardines and pretzels, how neighborly. Although some sardines on some nice saltine crackers might hit the spot now too. It's the only time I like sardines. Well, maybe on the original Caesar salad.
Yuck. Oh, yuck. Well, he's trying to be a good neighbor. Okay, the 1989 film The Burbs takes place in Hinkley Hills, a fictional suburban town on a cul-de-sac named Mayfield Place. While the opening aerial shots suggest an area in Iowa, other clues like vehicle
Yeah,
plates point generally to the Midwest. So I think we're supposed to just think it's a generic Midwest suburban neighborhood. Could be anywhere.
Johnny Devick is like according to the homeowner has to say it, but Buffy Spike was on Buffy. Spike was allowed into school because it said welcome all who would seek knowledge. So, but I've seen a
Okay.
lot of places where they're like public spaces are sort of like a almost like a free for all, as they're assumed to have like a permanent invitation to anybody who would go. It's like usually it's private residence.
Yeah.
That snack seems a bit fishy, says Matt.
Yeah, that just
But
Oh, sardines are just gross looking little snacks. Ugh.
a neighborhood that suspicious looks like Southern California. I don't know. Looks like, well, if it weren't for the fact that it's so temperate and sunny, I'd say it looks like New England there, fella.
Oh, could be depending on.
You
Well,
can't get
we're
there
supposed
from
to think
here.
it's fall, right?
But it's pretty sunny and it's pretty wide open. Things in New England is packed tight
Yeah.
and it's always kind of gray.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be vague. So it's just
Yep.
any town, USA.
Hey, this could happen to you in your town. Are
Exactly.
you being neighborly?
Well, there's a lot of this movie that is not given to us on a platter. We don't know what they do for a living. Um,
That they can just spend all this time running
they're
day and
all
night through their neighbor's house?
right. They're all on vacation. Wives are gone for unknown reasons. Vacation from what job? I don't know. And why are the Rumsfields never at work? Don't know.
Oh, and apparently the actor here, who's billed as brother Theodore, who's playing Reuben, he voiced a character called Rook in The Last Unicorn,
Ah,
and
that's
he was
cool.
Gollum in Return of the King in the Hobbit in the Rankin and Bass ones.
Oh, the did Rankin and Bass do the animated?
Well, yes, they did a animated
Um,
Hobbit and an animated Return of the King. That's
oh,
separate
gotcha.
from the thing that Bakshi did. So that's just want to make
Yes.
sure that's clear. He was in the Rankin and Bass ones.
Oh, that is cool. Henry Gibson plays Dr. Werner Klopek, the only normal looking one. Um, Matt is saying a neighborhood adjacent to the Spielberg cinematic universe. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's all generic. GH, did they film House here? Don't. I don't think so.
But let's see. This is the
Um,
playing the doctor here. He's another like that guy actor that you see in a lot of stuff. Like one was mentioned, of course, Inner Space. He was in Gremlins 2, I believe. Uh, but like it was like a probably like it was like a throwaway role, you know.
yeah, Henry Gibson has, a very long career. Um, yeah, was he in every episode of Laugh-In?
Maybe. But oh,
Pretty much.
here's something interesting. He was the voice of Wilbur in the animated Charlotte's Web. Ooh. Now
Oh,
that I see that, okay, I can hear it now.
yes, I can hear it now too, but I would not have placed it.
Yep.
Matt is saying he also played the Illinois Nazi leader in the Blues Brothers.
Ah, okay.
And yep, Mr. Furzel is posted a picture. I want to say that with Jerry Lewis. Is that the Nutty Professor? I think that's from the Nutty Professor, if memory serves. Alex Peacock, you're right. And that has a Carrie connection because Charlotte was voiced by Debbie Reynolds.
Okay.
Alex also said he was a judge on Boston Legal for a few years too.
Yep.
Boy, these people get around.
They get around. Okay.
Oh boy, we're gonna start singing that song. I get around.
Yep.
Na 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 na.
Howdy, neighbor.
Would they really need all of those candles if they have electricity like that?
Need? Who? Why does it
It
just
just,
have to be about need?
yep, it adds to the vibe.
It's a whole vibe. I guess
Mhm.
in a house that flammable, perhaps you wouldn't want to, but hey. We'll
Um,
see. Maybe they're having electrical problems, and until they
oh, maybe,
fix
yeah,
it,
maybe they need to save the electricity for something else.
like, because if you don't want to shorten the walls, you might set something on fire. Bruce Stern is relentless, and Jay Jonah loves it.
It's interesting because Bruce Dern's character is the same as um, Uncle Reuben.
Mhm,
They're both the suspicious, like in your face characters.
mhm.
Um, Ray is more laid back. Um, so yeah, they've got their own little tropes going on, the good versus evil, so to speak. Oh, and what did he say? You have a horse? You had a horse in your house.
Marmaduke, yeah, Marmaduke.
It's pretty much, yeah, that's a horse.
Before Clifford the Big Red Dog, there was Marmaduke.
Yeah, even though Great Danes are just the sweetest dogs, they are huge. Well, it's not like they had a choice. I mean, the neighbors just barged into their home.
It's like bad
But
neighbors.
yeah, it's, still, now I gotta figure a plan. Everyone's gotta figure out a plan.
And here's something that would be a red flag. Why isn't the new neighbors calling the cops on the other neighbors? They're like, hey, y'all been creeping around our stuff. You're messing with our trash. You barged away into our house.
Hmm. Good point. Why aren't they?
Maybe they don't want to start trouble. You
Hmm.
never know. And at the same time, I'm
Hmm.
like, you know what? At this point,
Well,
I might have been like, hey, y'all are maybe we just maybe just have a little chat and have the cop have a little chat with them. Say, get off my lawn. Okay.
unless you don't want the cops coming and snooping on your property,
True, true.
um, then you just handle things like before there were cops, in the wild, wild west.
Horrid plaid shirts on art. I don't know. Those just look like cut off pajamas. I think I used to have a set of red pajamas like that. It's like
So now they're in Art's house. This must be Art's house.
your women are trying to talk some sense into you.
Hmm.
Because at the very least, you need proof or something.
And that's true. They are the calm ones, um, but these guys aren't having any of it. Bruce Dern is it just I don't want to say typecast, but he really does play Psycho really well. I believe it.
See,
Um,
now also one of the things when I think Bruce Dern is actually when Jim Carrey watching Jim Carrey do an impression of Bruce Dern. It was like too good. You're like, oh, that's Bruce Dern, all right.
did he use okay the inspiration for Fireman Bill in Living Color? Did Jim Carrey take that from Bruce Dern?
I I don't know.
There, maybe I'm remembering the facts differently, but he took inspiration for Fireman Bill from from someone.
Yep.
Maybe you guys remember him saying that. Or if this was just an original character that Jim Carrey way back in the day came up with. Um,
But
okay,
I
and I
remember, like, I was seeing it when he was like on one of the talk shows, the late night talk shows. He's like, oh, you're Mr. Funny Man now. He did the thing with the cheeks, like the
yep,
eyes. I was like, it was hilarious.
it was very original. However, Jim Carrey came up with that. One of the most original comedians that you're gonna find. Um,
Also did
okay,
a
so
good oh, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, and It's a Wonderful Life. He did a good one of him too.
oh, he's just phenomenal. Um, okay, GH Donor mentioned Down Periscope.
Oh, that's like the Navy movie, right?
Yes, was that a comedy?
Yeah.
Why am I thinking? Oh, Mr. Furzel mentioned Corey should get his steaks ready. True. He got to go vampire hunting.
Take a
Um,
civilian wardrobe.
okay, when this movie came out,
89.
89. Um, I recall
So
Hanks.
there's definitely post Lost Boys.
Yes, Lost Boys was 86. This is 89. Um, so Tom Hanks is credited with doing Big and Punchline the year prior to this.
Yep.
Um, and then right after this, he did Joe versus the Volcano and the Bonfire of the Vanities.
Yeah.
Both, I think, sunk at the box office.
Bonfire of the Vanities was we were talking about he should play villains. Well, it wasn't necessarily a villain in that one, but he was trying to play like a jackass. And I'm like,
Yeah, I think I'm lucky I missed that movie because I heard it wasn't not very good.
it was it was
Um,
not good, but like just in like a mediocre way. It wasn't that it was like, oh my god, this is so terrible. It's just like you're like meh, because it was one of those famous things. People tried really hard to get it made for a long time, and then it was just like meh.
eh. Yeah, Alex Peacock, Down Periscope. I remember that comedy with Kelsey Grammer. I haven't seen it, but I thought it had come out many years prior than it did. It's a 90s movie. Okay, so they are actually going to extremes. The extreme, breaking into your neighbor's house by cutting the power. Yeah, that's kind of extreme, guys. Land you in jail. Did we miss the scene where Ray sent his family off to
It
what,
might
her
have
sister's house?
it might have just happened if this is what they're doing. Because you would
Okay.
think that the wife would be like, "What the hell are you up to?"
Oh, yeah. You're cutting the power. I mean, you guys have you've got a screw loose.
Is this the sequel to Suburban Commando? Oh,
Mm.
oh, mad. Why would you do that to me?
Um,
No, it's the sequel to the Tooth Fairy. Sorry.
Suburban Commando.
No.
Why have I not heard of that? Oh,
Oh my
okay.
God. You know
It's got
now.
Hulk Hogan in it. I've heard of it.
Yes. Now you know why. Well, now you know why you heard of it or not heard of it. Either way.
I've heard of it, but yeah, I have very graciously not seen that movie. But I recall we've talked about it before because The Undertaker. I remember him from wrestling days. He was in that movie. So yes, That is on my
Oh, did he? I
periphery
didn't
of
know.
knowing about that.
I know it was one of those things. I'm like, I'm not sure if I ever actually watched the movie, but I watched parts of it. And it was like, no. And then, of course, when I said the Tooth Fairy, that was The Rock. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
Bruce Stern, it's very high. Bruce.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, as far as like wrestlers turned actors, I would go for anybody but Hulk Hogan. I mean, Hulk Hogan is okay. I just wouldn't like pay to see him star in a movie. He was great in the Rocky movie because it was like one scene, two
Yeah.
scenes.
Yep. And
Um,
let's see.
Jesse Ventura is a pretty good actor. I mean,
Yep.
he went on to fame and fortune.
Yeah. Oh,
John Cena, yeah, pretty
yep.
decent. The Rock, pretty decent.
Yeah. Oh, Devick, you might be thinking of McHale's Navy because I get those two down Periscope and the McHale's Navy movie confused because McHale's Navy was the one with Tim Curry in it. Yes, Darkness Falls was about a tooth fairy. Was about the Tooth Fairy.
Um, okay, yeah, McHale's Navy, not the TV show, from '97.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Tom Arnold, Deborah Messing, Tim Curry, Ernest Borgnine. Oh wow, all star cast. Might have to revisit that movie. Um, yeah, GH Zone Tom Arnold. Um, yeah, he's a fairly decent actor. I think nothing beats his role in True Lies. He just nails his role in that movie.
Yep. And then also technically not a professional wrestler, but he was like a professional sportster, Dave Batista. It's like come from the UFC there.
Well, Ray has just totally gone over to the dark side. I mean, he's
To get a credit card trick. Nyah, 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 nyah.
credit cards to break into their house. They've cut the power. They have a plan. They're just
Oh,
unhinged.
now he's just like, oh, just screw it. Black. Smash it.
And I'm just thinking, if you haven't seen this movie, you just think these guys are going all in on this, knowing Joe Dante could pull the rug out from all of us at the end of it. And it turns out these neighbors are not what?
Yep.
Evil. They're just made to look evil.
Old TV shows made it to horrible comedy movies. When we watch Dragnet, Matt says, like, oh, okay, the Dragnet movie was
No,
it was interesting.
you
Although I think that
know,
City of
yeah.
Crime was an awesome song that never got its due. We got rapping Tom Hanks and rapping
Um, yeah, there's a lot of old TV shows
and
that have
rapping
been
Dan
made into
Aykroyd.
movies.
Like,
Um, oh, you know what? We just got done watching one of the Mission Impossible movies. Oh, Starsky and Hutch from a 2004 movie. Maybe Get Smart.
it's like the whole
Ooh.
he just said get out of my yard. Yes. And now we got a whole bunch of little kids who ooh, some good old Barnum Animal crackers. Oh my gosh.
I know, isn't that just funny?
I love those crackers, but like one of the last times I bought them, it turns out they were
Oh.
stale. I was like, oh man, I used
Um,
to love those things.
oh, Alex is saying Get Smart was good. Matt is saying Charlie's
Charlie's
Angels.
Angels, yeah.
So there's a whole bunch of old time TV shows that have been made
See,
into, comedy drama movies.
what
Um,
about the Avengers? The one with the cat suits, not the ones with the superheroes.
what
Well,
about the
sorry, like
Avengers?
Avengers, the ones with the bowler hat, I should say, not the ones with
Yeah.
the cat suit, because superheroes can't have cat suits too. I know.
Speaking of the Avengers, we are going to be seeing the best Avengers movie one of the best ones at the end of this month.
Okay. Tucker and Dale versus Evil would be nice. Okay.
Oh, that, yeah.
The
Oh,
Untouchables.
Alex is saying The
Ooh.
Untouchables? Sure.
Because remember, we watched American Graffiti last week, and we had Charles Martin Smith. We're just thinking about The Untouchables. He was in that. Second one, Charlie's Angels one was good. The second one was. The Avengers wasn't too good. No, no, it wasn't. No, it was not. But then again, I wasn't necessarily a person like who was like really into the show. You could also watch. Did we already watch Wild Wild West? Oh, we lost Sharon. Uh oh. I'm holding it down. I'm holding it down. Okay. So we'll wait for her to get back online. Yep. I even watched the TV series of The Untouchables for a while there. That was during my big heyday of like independent. Also, no Maverick yet. Did I see the Maverick movie? Wait, that guy. Steve Newt. Like he recently passed from like self-inflicted issues. Nicky Cat. Yeah, we had just seen him in. Oh my god, we just literally saw him. He was like we're like baby Nicky Cat. Oh, Secondhand Lions. He was in Secondhand Lions. He played the stepfather. Now they're now they're digging up their basement. Good lord, y'all. Wild wild mess. Maybe Gattaca. Yeah, Gattaca would be nice. Maybe let's see. Bob Euchre just went down. Bob Euchre just went down. And it's not Swifty, please. I think we could see two partners on classics TVs when we ran out of movies. Yeah. Best of both worlds. Have to restart. Okay, Sharon's gonna restart her computer and come back. Michael Caine, Robert Duvall. They're digging in the plot hole. They're digging in the wrong place. No wait. Dun dun dun. It's not Walter. Well, that is Walter, but whoever femur they found that wasn't Walter's femur. Oh no, Ray. It's not the late '80s, early '90s without a Ford Taurus. It's both.
Okay.
Yay,
All
you're
right.
back.
Yay. Boy, I don't know what happened there. Everything froze.
Yep.
And, all right,
It was
let's.
just the talk of all those movies just scorched you out. It was like, oh no.
Yeah. And here I was worried about my older computer. And this is the sort of newer computer that is now giving me glitches. Well, we
Yep.
had a good run there without the gremlins getting to me, but yeah, I was gotten.
It was Corey. It was Corey Feldman. Of course, there had to be Gremlins. Wait, no.
Oh, geez, I blame it on Corey.
Yes. Blame it on the green.
But yeah, I just had to restart everything, and I am back.
You're right. That is good continuity on the street garbage, Mad Matt. Crazy Birds makes me think of Trick or Treat and the
Oh,
crazy principal.
did they never pick up the garbage on the street and it
Nope.
was still there?
Whoa, they blew up the house. Okay, so now there's a lot of criminal charges getting here.
Okay, so now you have destroying the electric grid, breaking and entering, and it's
Yeah,
not just the window to get in the house they broke. Now they broke the whole damn house.
yeah. And like, while you were gone, I just noticed that Corey Feldman's friend there, Steve Newts, was played by Nikki Cat, who we had last seen in Secondhand Lions.
Oh, oh yeah, I love that movie. I love that Andrew chose that as the last movie from Creative VC watch parties. That's such a good movie. Um, okay, so before we get to the end, because we only have about, what, 15, 16 minutes,
Yep.
uh,
Her hair is so big.
um, that technically it's Ray and Art and the cohorts, that they're the only bad guys now.
Yep,
The Klopex are totally in the clear. They didn't
yep,
do anything.
yep,
So this is just like suburbia gone mad.
yep. Got a little lynch mob there.
Yeah, just a little. This is exactly what they do. Yeah, Johnny Demings is medic. Get Tom Hanks a medic, for goodness
Medic!
sake. Yeah,
No,
he
right in his eye.
looks like he got blowed up a little bit. I love how his hair is singed on the
He's
side.
got like the swollen up eye.
He's got a swollen eye. And the wife comes back.
Oh, with with the fur kids, the fur babies. Monsters
Yeah,
on
because
Maple
that's
Street.
right. They took their neighbor's dog because he was missing, but now he's back. Because while I was gone, while the gremlins got me, we saw the neighbor come back. So he really wasn't killed by the Klopex.
Monsters on Main Street. The Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah, I think this is reminiscent, or it was taken from that episode. Hmm. Good point, Mad Matt. Carrie drove home with the dogs, but her kid is nowhere in sight.
It's like,
Oops.
woo! You had a
Oh,
fire in the Burbs over there. Oh, Johnny's like 100 houses burned to the ground. They built too close, and a few families wasn't even insured. Yeah. So my area, the type of house I'm in, they stopped making them for a while because they had big fire issues. Like so, but it turns out they made these more of these houses maybe affecting like maybe a solution to our housing crisis. So they have to figure out how to not make these multifamily houses turn into like death traps. That
like a tinderbox.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it was like
Um,
multifamily houses. They were relatively close together. So you would like it would just sweep through a whole section. Oh, is that Franklin Ajayi?
it is. It is. Did we see Rance Howard yet? He
Don't
also
know.
plays a detective. There he is. There's Rance,
Yep, there you go.
father of Opie
Yep,
and Richie Cunningham.
and a Franklin Ajayi, comedian, actor, and like I think one of the last thing I remember seeing him in was Bridesmaid, where he played the dad. He played the bride's
Oh
dad.
yes. He was also, you know what, in Stir Crazy, they had that as a credit.
Hmm.
I'd have to go back and see that. So if the movie ended here, this would be tragic.
Yep, it would be like this whole thing about how you just like idle hands or something, or
Yeah, and it's sad. There's a couple areas out here in California that have burned in the past. Um, there's a lot of different reasons, but when it just starts sweeping through a neighborhood, sometimes they can't stop it, and it happens so fast. Um, yeah, I don't know as if there's a way to make like fireproof homes, but you can kind of mitigate it a little
yeah.
bit.
I know they started doing
Um,
some things like with like natural fire breaks versus how the like
mhm.
how you landscape and put your, and even if you're going to have something like hedges or something, you can do them a certain way so that they break and it jumps and it prevents things from getting in the houses. And that way it prevents the fire from spreading at the very least.
Yeah, exactly. That's the key. So it doesn't spread out of control.
Yep.
You know what? Yes, they could end the movie here, and Ray is right. We are the
Yep.
lunatics, because you guys are. And they're all going to have to move out of the neighborhood. But the movie is not over yet.
It's not over yet.
Not over till it's over.
Is this where we cue Lenny Kravitz?
Yeah, put a little Lenny Kravitz in the background.
Too many years
She
without
should be a
love.
little bit more concerned, right? But
Perhaps
she
she is
seems.
doing that. Perhaps she's doing that thing of just holding it together. She's like, okay,
Mhm.
we will discuss this later. But for now, we're going to get you taken care of in situation.
Yep. In the back of her head, I'm picturing her planning on, how can I sell my home now for the maximum profit? Because we need to get the hell out of this neighborhood.
I like how he's like hepcats. I'm like, oh, that's such old timey language.
Yeah, it is.
Strange gang of people. You are correct. Oh, Johnny.
Yeah, it is. This is typical suburbia, though. Even if you don't know, if you look around and everyone seems normal, most people aren't.
A lot of freaky stuff happening in suburbia.
Yeah. Yeah, didn't John Wayne Gacy live in a nice little neighborhood?
Yep.
BTK, BTK killer
Yep.
lived in a nice little neighborhood, unassuming neighborhood.
What about Golden State? Didn't
Um,
he? Wasn't he another one where like, oh, I'm
yep,
a little harmless grandfather. Towards the end, at least, it was like, nah.
yep, yep. He lived in suburban neighborhoods. Aw, Matt. Yeah, just like Leia comforting Luke on his problems, ignoring her plight of having her entire planet explode. That is
Yes.
exactly right.
Well, my entire planet just got killed, so you
Just
need
got
to
killed,
suck
but
it up and deal.
yeah, and I'm going to help you mourn this old geezer that we all barely knew. Oh, this nice exposition totally blows the entire narrative out the water.
Yep.
So, yeah, who's the bad guy now?
It's like, it's a feel good, so it undermines the whole thing.
Yep.
With like,
Yeah. So, there's no one else in the ambulance.
oh
Hans
look,
is
there's
now
a sun.
driving the ambulance. Johnny Devick says, I talked to a support phone operator recently. She said, you don't want to know what happens out there. Yeah,
No,
we
I do
probably
not.
don't. Yeah, GH, that's exactly right. Thank God. Otherwise, Hanks would have just gone to prison for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Without this exposition, they wouldn't have let the audience off the hook, but it's letting the audience off the hook
The
now.
hook. Yep.
And the one of the last scenes lets the audience off the hook again, where like there's the final blow to this whole narrative.
Well, that's also the whole thing. It was like there is still like it lets the audience off the hook, but there's also something there that I think the femur, that is a big red flag that
Yeah,
something was not right. And of course, them not calling the cops earlier on these people with all their sneaking around and stuff. So
absolutely.
that was definitely a
Where is
setup
the femur, right?
because he just said, "I let you keep it." You know, it was like, "I let you
Who
keep the
keeps a
femur."
femur, right? You just keep a femur bone. That's not sus at all. Well, for all we knew, they just transplanted this right back into the poltergeist neighborhood, right?
Yep.
That's fine. Nothing to see here. So
He's
I
got a
wish,
whole trunk full of.
yeah, a trunk full of bones. Like, what's the backstory on that, guys? Let's get some more on that.
It's Ratchet from Transformers driving.
Ah, so Werewolf Boy ain't going nowhere. Yeah, we need that backstory. Oh, Mr. Furzel, the skulls turned out to be the friends we made along the
Along the
way.
way.
Aw,
Oh,
that's a good one. Yeah, bone
bones will I
collecting,
liquor.
digging up, from a cemetery. What are these people they've killed? What?
We know at least one was the Naps. Was the Nap, which was
Right,
their previous owner.
the
Where was all
previous
these
owner,
other
but we
people?
don't know how many of them were the naps.
Yep. Like I said, like if we were talking about how the ending lets them off, I was like, well, we did. Like I said, the femur and them not calling the cops was probably a big hint. Uh, that like there may have been more to this. So
Yeah,
if you remove those two, maybe you're like, oh, that would have made this more of an ambiguous thing. But this is from a time where sometimes you just don't. I just don't want to be challenged.
yeah,
I admit it. Sometimes you're like, oh, does everything have to be ambiguous? What do you take into it? This is what was your interpretation of like? No, sometimes I'm just like, just tell me what you just tell your story. Just tell me the
yeah,
story.
yeah. I mean, that's a good point. Yeah, Ricky's gonna have one hell of a story.
He's like, yeah, I need a little time away.
They should have gone to the cabin.
Everybody needs a little time away, far away from the ones that we love.
That's an 80s song. Wait a minute. Let's sing that a little bit more. I know that song.
It's hard for me to say I'm
I'm sorry.
sorry.
Oh, that's Chicago. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah, Matt, they have apparently turned this movie into a TV show on Peacock. Yeah, never seen it.
yep. I haven't seen it, but I like Kiki Palmer, so I might check it out.
Hmm. So, yeah, according to that map, they would be somewhere in Michigan, maybe?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And we got a
There
nice
we
little
go.
fourth
And
wall
now we
break.
have the credits. We are done.
Credits where credits are due.
Yep. And yeah, GH, you're right. There was a fourth wall break right at the very end. Um, that little nod to the audience. Um, yeah, totally 80s credit sequence. You're right, Alex. All right. There we go, guys. That is The Burbs. That was a fun, um, what,
we never got
drama,
to know
comedy, horror.
We never got to know the shark's backstory in Jaws. There needs to be a motivation. Well, we got it in Jaws the novel. I believe it was like a voodoo curse. We were talking about like, oh, I had a voodoo curse about book four. I was like, well, technically, that's what the story was from the book. It was a
Yeah,
voodoo curse
exactly.
that
We
brought
need some
the shark.
motivation.
In the book,
Um,
there was a voodoo curse that brought the shark.
oh, how funny. Sometimes we just need a good story, a good movie to laugh, to cry, to see, explosions, car chases, little element of horror, and we're good. This is a really good, well-rounded story. There's a lot that, yeah, they could explain. Thank God though they didn't make a sequel to figure out that we needed like all that backstory. Like, no, this movie is just fine. Guys, move on.
If
Um,
they are in Illinois, is this part of the John Hughes universe, Mad Mad X? I was like, only if Molly Ringwald shows up.
wouldn't that be funny? Joe Dante, John Hughes crossover.
It's
That would be fun.
like,
Um, well, Joe
it'd be
Dante,
terribly wholesome and pale.
Joe Dante is still around. Is he still making movies? I know John Hughes isn't.
Gee, mystified. Trilogy of Terror meets Jaws, Mad
Um, oh yeah, that'd be good. All right, guys. Well, Sith's sister is did not join us today, so we're not going to get our cheese rating. Um, we are due for what are we doing next week? Oh, we are doing Event Horizon from the '90s. We're going to get a little Sam Neill um, and enjoy that little treat from the '90s. Then we're going to go to the early 2000s for Donnie Darko, and then the Avengers to round out August. Um, okay, September is looking good too. So I think within the next 2 weeks, I'll get September's schedule out there. Um, and yeah, I mean, what can I say, guys? That was great fun. Um, any last little nuggets of wisdom? Throw them up there in the chat. Any final words, Miss Swift, before we go?
Yeah, like I said, interesting rewatching this after time, especially since you've seen like variations of the stories done in like other movies, like a more serious tone in something like Disturbia, uh, or was it Suburbia? The one with the Holes kid, Shia LaBeouf. Uh,
Oh, that was
you know,
Suburbia, I believe, where
okay,
he suspects his neighbor. He sees his neighbor
yeah,
doing something because he was on like a house arrest.
yeah. So it's a nice entry into like the sort of Rear Window, monsters on Main Street from like Twilight Zone. So it's a nice revisit of something that like kind of gets overlooked until like they said they just started doing the TV show. So it's like very interesting. You know, good revisit. Talk about like how your neighbors go crazy, and in this
Yeah.
times where we were all locked in our house, and the second we were like the lockdowns lifted, we all went nuts and started attacking each other. It was like, oh
That's
Jesus.
crazy. And it feels like it happened so long ago,
Yep.
but really COVID happened was 6 years ago, 5, 6 years ago that
Yep.
craziness. Um, ugh. Matt is suggesting you all join your neighborhood watch and be part of the crazies, right?
Woohoo.
um, Calbot is saying I did not watch the Burbs until 2010s, but it does make me nostalgic for the 80s. This movie definitely has an 80s vibe to it. Very 80s.
And of course,
Yes, Johnny Devick by
damn it,
Brad Thor's
grab Thor's
Hammer.
hammer
By the
by the
Sons of
sons of Warvis. We shall
we shall soon see Avengers. I cannot wait. I might do a pre-watch like every day until then. Um, yeah, okay. Mr. Furzla is saying this was a pretty meh, but it was a fun watch party. Next week should be a classic flick, though. Yes, Christ, I miss the '90s. Yeah, Mr. Furzla, there, the '90s were amazing. '80s and '90s, amazing film
I miss my
making.
90s legs and knees.
Yeah. Um, yeah, there's still a lot of really good filmmakers out there today. I just wish we weren't inundated by recycled content and the studio system just doing everything the same over and over and over again. Um, and on a side note, before we go, I saw Backrooms, supposed to be all the rage these days, right? Because it just
Mhm.
came on streaming.
Yep.
And I don't know about you guys, if you have seen it, if you know the lore behind it, I found the movie quite boring. And I think
I
I'm missing something. I think it's just me because it had all this excitement behind it. Um, yeah, so I'm
I
thinking it's just me. I'm missing something.
All right, I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen like the YouTube shorts and I've seen a lot of
Mhm.
the analog. I do kind of dig analog horror and some of the stuff involving liminal spaces. So yeah, so maybe I'll watch that after we're done here.
Yeah. So I'm not going to give anything away, but yeah, if you guys have seen it, maybe this is something we can talk about next week or the week after. Um, and yeah, kind of discuss some of the more recent movies and to see maybe if Hollywood's doing something right, if it's just going to take these independent filmmakers to come up through the ranks to really get some good content. Um, yeah, GH, I think you're right. It's meant for a few minutes, but not for a full film. And maybe because I missed the whole YouTube sensation around it. So I know I'm missing what the whole movie was supposed to be about. Um, yeah. Johnny Devick, a friend and I discussed when to stop seeing movies. I think 2007 is the one, besides a few newer ones. 2003 also a contender. Yeah. I would, yeah, I love getting into discussions about that and finding out what's good and bad. Um,
Countbot said trope the movie.
the
I think
movie.
unfortunately, I think I would pay to see that. So of course they would
Yeah.
never learn.
Well, you know what? That's a good point. I probably would too, because you know what you're going to get.
I'm gonna get
Instead
trope
of
the movie.
instead of everyone trying to say that they're original and it's just the same crap. Different studio, same crap. Um, Okay, I have not seen that one. GH is saying an obsession was based only on the monkey's paw, but the filmmakers were too young to know what that even
Well,
was.
not necessarily the monkey's paw. What is it? It was called. It had the glove cleaner. There's a
Because I
movie.
haven't seen Obsession. That was
Yeah,
another good one that people were raving about.
let me see.
Um,
There's a different.
I don't know. I don't know.
Twilight the Chaser. Twilight Zone episode called The Chaser. That's what it reminds me of more.
All right. Well, maybe you're right, GH. We're doomed. Maybe.
Doomed, I
Maybe.
tell you, doomed.
Maybe the savior will be independent filmmakers who just say "F you, studio, we don't need you," right? I think it's maybe getting to that point. We'll put
I
our
get.
movie on
It's like
YouTube or
I got that cowbot. They gave the movie review a 6 7.
is that? Oh God, okay. Calbot, is that reference to 6 7? What everybody is doing 6 7 is supposed to be something exciting, and it's just nothing.
Oh, it's just pure brain rot. It means nothing. It is like meh.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Okay. Eric and GH are talking about Master of the Universe, the new one that came out. Yeah, haven't seen that. Maybe I'll give that a watch. Yeah, so anyway, we have been here a little over 2 hours, guys. It has been so much fun. I could be here for a couple more. But, our time is pretty valuable and it's Sunday. So we will pick this up next week. Um, so, our parting words, try to find some really good content out there, something you're excited about, whether it be an older movie, newer movie, something to get excited about because I love hearing about that. Giving something a try that I wouldn't normally watch, but I'm just starving for really good entertainment, and sometimes I have to go way back in the archives of Hollywood to find something good. But we won't have to wait too long because next week we've got Event Horizon, and that's going to be amazing. So, thank you all for being here. Miss Swift, thank you so much. And I'll probably see Miss Swift. You call dibs on next week. If you want to be here for Event Horizon, we're
Yep.
going to see you here as well. GH, you are exactly right. Nice parting words. Next week will be really cool flick to talk about. I totally agree.
Next week will be a flick to talk about.
A flick, A plus flick.
Mm,
So have a great week, guys. Be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Find some good shit to watch. And let's talk about it next week. And we'll see you all next week. Bye.